Talking Antiques with David Pennington and Max Northcutt, Ray Seckler. We've got Keith on the board and producer Phil in the producer's corner. And our special guest this morning is Charles Garvin, and his specialty is these things that you've been seeing on TV about these storage units, some of the finds that people find, some of the treasures and things that unexpected and kind of exciting stuff. And we're just glad to have Charles here this morning. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, there. And I'd like to tell them too, I'm fellow veteran and stuff right there, and we do support the BFW, American League DAB,
That's right.
and all that
That's
stuff
right.
also.
Yes, yeah, and as a matter of fact, you do the auctions there too.
I do the auctions there too.
Do some fundraisers.
All right, good.
Fundraisers.
Now, today our show's going to be about, everybody's seen on TV these storage wars and about all the great finds that they do find. You know, you can't watch a show that they don't find something nice, right?
That's the way it goes.
But that ain't
They
really.
always find that treasure.
You get up there close to your mic.
We good.
Yeah, but it's not always like that, is it?
It's not always like that.
Now,
Occasionally
how long have you been
doing storage.
Yeah, just the storage.
About 19 years there.
Now, when you started 19 years ago, did those units?
We were selling units $25 and $50 that have jumped since storage wars come on and stuff to $500-600 or more, or even higher than that right there.
I guess though, the highest price unit you ever sold was that the $3,600 one, the one that had the truck
it
in
had
it.
the old truck in it. And
Yeah.
stuff right there. That somebody's rebuilding and run off and left. But probably the most valuable was that one that where all them old toys and stuff was in.
Well, let's just talk about that one. Let's talk about it.
Well, there was all kinds, and this one guy out of Brentwood
Now,
come.
I guess what we need to do too is talk about. You're exactly like Storage Wars. They can't rummage through it.
Well, let me tell you. Let me back off and give the opening.
Yeah,
speech.
let's hear your speech.
Everything, I tell them right there, everything inside that building belongs to you, from front to back. It all comes out. Now, if you do happen to find guns or something like that right there, it's your responsibility to report them guns so that you know that they're not stolen. So they take the responsibility of that right there, because I never see them, you know. I mean, most of them I don't look into unless it looks real interesting. I'll hang around and see what they're digging out of there.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. It's just like the Storage War show. You can't. The people
you can't go inside.
No, because of the liability.
Liability of being inside.
You
the
said
building.
once they own it, they can go inside,
Once they
or
own the
put their
building.
lock back on.
Or put their lock on it. They can go in
But
it.
they cannot go in it until they own it.
That's correct. They can't go in there. We do a little different than Storage Wars. We do go around and open the buildings up most of the time in most of the places, and open them up and let them look. But I only do that right there where they have cameras and stuff, where if they go inside, I know it, because they call me on that cell phone and say, hey,
Well,
so that one
that
over there in
did
the
happen,
blue
right?
shirt, that did happen in a couple of cases there right there. And they're barred, and they can't come back to them.
Now you have barred a few people.
Yes, I have.
And what was the reason for barring them?
Going inside, and one is not, you know, stepping inside when they ain't supposed to, or the other was they didn't clean the building out.
They got to clean
They
it
got
up.
to clean the building out. Everything in there belongs to them, so it's theirs.
Now
They gotta remove
you
it.
pretty well sell most of the storage units around here in this community. Do you sell them out of this community? Do you have a contract with any other storage units?
Yeah, I do contract some out of Murfreesboro and stuff there. But I mean, it's not a large. Mostly all of it is contained here, but I do others, shelvable.
Now there's one big company that you sell for, and you said about 8 months out of the year you'll sell, and then the other one's about once a year.
And once a year on one, and some of them out of shovel and so forth is maybe once or twice a year over there.
Now, like Murfreesboro, is that like a monthly thing?
Usually that's about, it may be one time a year or 2 times a year, or it might be,
Well,
you know, I mean, it's scattered out because they more apt to pay up down there than some of the other
well,
places.
let's talk about pay up. Let's tell people the rules on before you can sell a unit. I mean, before you sell it, didn't you tell me they got to the very minute you get ready to auction it off?
That's right, to pay up, and then they.
Now do that auction start how you do that here now. You know how
Why? What?
Well, that means they can't pay up once you do that, right?
What do you want to give? And
Once you do that, that's it.
That's it. All they can do is buy it the receipt, but they're gonna have to pay
well,
for
can
it.
they do that?
Well, I guess they can. I mean, I ain't never had one do it, but they could.
So, and it's not a legal thing. They just could bid on it just like anybody else.
Anybody else, because it's, you know, we used to have to advertise in the paper twice. Now it's only once, which is advertised in the paper and stuff. And so they only have to advertise one time.
Well, let's just say that those people owed, say, $300 on a unit, and that unit brings $2,000. Does the people get the difference?
No.
Okay.
If it brings $50, they don't.
Okay.
They don't owe no more either.
Okay. So whatever it brings, that's as
it.
far as it goes
That's
legally.
a settlement.
Okay.
And legally, I'll tell you, legally, the owner does not have to employ an auctioneer to do it. They can absolutely advertise in the paper and take possession of it,
But
you know, at a certain time and date, or they could auction it yourself. So, I mean, it's
so they don't have to have you are
a licensed auctioneer.
yes,
yeah,
you
a
are.
firm.
Matter of fact, you've had several other auctioneers that trained under you, hadn't
Yeah, there's quite a few around
you?
here. Go. Oh, you want to know some of the stuff we found in there?
Well, we can, but I guess we got all the ground rules done. Max, chime in here, Ray. Is there any ground rules that I've missed here before we start talking about some of the stuff he's found?
I don't know.
I can see that question mark. Look at there, Charlie, above Max's head.
Yeah,
you see
big
that?
question
He's
mark
got
up
one.
there.
He's coming up with one.
Well, the question mark is, did you go to the Leroy Van Dyke Auctioneer School? Remember Leroy Van Dyke did
Yeah,
the
I know Leroy Van Dyke. He's a super auctioneer, and he was auctioneer before he was a singer. I can tell you the whole history on him. Really,
Well, can you?
he's
Let's
like
talk
I said,
about it.
He's a super auctioneer. I mean, and I'd probably say he's top of the line. Probably one of the best in the world as far as, I mean, voice control, smooth roll. I mean, it's just, as an auctioneer. Song don't do him as much justice because he don't get to do as much auctioneering in it, but I mean,
he talks about going to school, to be the best auctioneer.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to be the best auctioneer in the world.
and I believe he is.
Keith,
Matter of fact, I'll
how
tell
much
you.
time we got?
Go ahead. Got 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Best thing about it is right there. A lot of times I'll go to the internet and I'll bring up Leroy Van Dyke and listen to him before I go auction because you can sort of fall into a row if you sort of.
You got to get the rhythm.
You sort of get the rhythm.
Well, let's hear that rhythm here. We only got a couple minutes before we take a break.
we
Can
ain't
you
gonna do that?
Can we do it?
Not this morning.
Well, you want Max to do it?
Max can do it.
No, we can't.
Well, don't
But anyway, we're gonna get on to some of the other stuff.
Yeah, right after the break we are. But so Leroy, did you actually go to school with him or?
Oh no,
had he-
I went to Nashville Auction School. He's before my time.
Oh yeah.
He's a bit older than me.
So how long have you been?
Auctioneering?
Yes.
I think about 21 or 21 years or 22 years, somewhere in there. I don't know exactly. Something about that.
Well, did you also have a real estate license to sell
Yes, I
real estate
did.
too? Do you still do that?
No,
too?
I don't do that. I retired.
So is that two different licenses?
Yes, it is. In order to sell real estate, you got to have at auction. In order to sell as an auctioneer, you got to have a real estate license to auction real estate. So you got to have both licenses to do that.
Can you still auction real estate?
Not my own. As long as I was selling some of my own, I could. But I mean, no.
Because you don't have the real estate license.
Well,
it's
if
in
I wanted to,
retirement.
I could go down and activate my license.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just in retirement. They're
Yeah. But you
They're
can
not
you can
finished.
sell anything but real estate.
Yeah.
Do you don't have to have an
I have
office?
sold everything.
But you don't have to have an office. We'll get into that too. But you
Yeah.
don't have to have an office, right?
No, I don't have to.
To
Yeah, I have a firm place to hang your license, but other than that right there, no, I don't have to have one.
yeah, let's take a break.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Shelton Lane Antiques in Manchester has over 5,000 square feet of antiques for treasure hunters to explore. They sell vintage clocks, gas pumps, signs, furniture, and glassware. They have over 3,000 vinyl records and a fully stocked 1950s-style general store. Owners Harold and Ruby Shelton have been collecting unique items for years, and you can start or complete your own collection today at Shelton Lane Antiques. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 100 Shelton Lane, just off 16th Model Road in Manchester, Tennessee. Come look around and plan to stay a while at Shelton Lane Antiques, where we sell antiques, but the history is free.
Welcome to the Veranda House, located at 100 West Lincoln Street in Tullahoma, Tennessee. The Veranda House has been operated for the past 18 years by Don and Jackie Crownover, who have decided to retire. Because of this, you have an opportunity to buy an established business at absolute auction on June the 25th at 2 p.m. The original Veranda House housed Civil War troops overnight. The hotel has maintained its charm while being updated with new carpeting, nostalgic decor, electronic key system, high-speed internet, and there are now 4 two-room suites with king-size beds and 19 studios with queen-size or double beds. All rooms have full private baths, cable television, seating areas, a full kitchen, and include refrigerators, ranges, and ovens, sinks, microwaves, and even coffee makers with coffee provided. Some of the local attractions that keep the veranda full through the year are the Bell Buckle Arts and Crafts Festival, Bike-a-thon to Jack and Back, Bonnaroo, the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center, numerous golf courses, Normandy Dam, Timms Ford Dam, South Jackson Civic Center, the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration, Woods Reservoir, and the 41A Music Festival. The Veranda House is a 3-story building that has approximately 10,830 square feet. The building is furnished with fire and sprinkler systems and has been upgraded with the latest security software technology. So if you are looking for a great opportunity for an operating and successful business in a wonderful small town like Tullahoma, Tennessee, be sure and come to the absolute auction of the Veranda House at 100 West Lincoln Street, Tullahoma. That will be Thursday, June the 25th at 2 p.m. For information, get in touch with Bob Parks Realty auctioneer Kurt Bugg, 615-207-5361, or go to the Bob Parks website.
Hey everybody, we're back with Charles Garvin in here this morning, special guest, and we wanted to say that if any of you have any questions or comments, call us here at 728-1320 on Thunder Radio this morning. And
yeah, call in. Matter of fact, if you've got some stories about storage buildings that you've bought that maybe Charlie sold to you.
Great to hear some of those stories.
Now, Charlie, before we get into some of the finds and stuff, that Storage Wars, it is just a show, right?
It's a show.
It's entertainment.
It is a show, and it's amazing that they always find that surprise right there at the thing, and got to go get it appraised and stuff right there. So yeah, it's a show. It's a TV show. That's what it is. It's a show.
Like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Well,
made up before they get
well, I know, like on the Pickers, you know, they called me a couple of times, but I know a couple of friends of mine that they done shows on. This one friend of mine, they knocked on his door 10 times.
Had to tape it 10 times.
Well, they shot it 10 times.
Right.
Yeah, and when they came to his house, they was hauling the van. It come in on they had a big rig, and of course they backed it off the rig so they could drive in. But it's entertainment. What people's got to realize is it's a show.
It's a show.
Now, a lot of times, do you think, in your opinion, that a lot of that stuff is salted? Salted, I mean, like.
I know what you
I know
mean.
what you
Do
know.
I think they load it? Yeah. That's a, like you said, that's a show right there.
But it's
There
interesting.
There are stuff that is found in these.
Yeah, and we're going
buildings
to talk about that because
and,
you've actually seen
but,
that.
You know, I mean, I've actually seen and hung around and watched them unload some of their stuff and see that they do find treasures, but not every building's a treasure.
I just seen a question mark pop up on top of Max's head.
Well, you called it. You had another word. I'd call it seeding.
Yeah, that's about the same thing. Seed and make it grow.
Seeding.
Salted, seeded.
Salted, seeded. Yeah.
That's all in the verbiage.
So, I guess out of before you start telling us about some of the finds that you have found, say like on an average sale, you'll sell 8 to 12 units.
Yeah, anywhere from 5 to 10 to 12.
Okay.
You know, it varies during the year.
Okay. So when you sell those 5 to 12 units,
Yeah.
say this month you've sold 5 to 12, do you think out of that 5 or 12, at least one of them will have something in them? In your
That's
opinion?
hard to say. There's something in them because most of the bidders they come and buy for resale anyway.
They could have shops.
They have shops out there.
So you have
And then I
specialty
have-
type
Then
people.
you have different ones that they're looking for furniture.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's what they're looking
So there
for.
is-
If it's
there
furniture
is stuff in there.
They see it from the door. What they see, they gonna make. their
Okay, and
assessment
it
what
could
they
be
gonna
either
spend.
modern furniture for
Modern,
the stores
antiques.
or antiques for an antique shop.
or appliances. And,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a it
Does
may-
most of the units have appliances or furniture in them?
Well, a lot of them do.
Mm-hmm.
But some it's just totally junk.
Well, here's what I don't understand about that. Why would somebody keep a storage unit and pay?
All that.
What-
I've often
Why would they
wondered
do that?
Question, I mean.
Yeah, well,
But I mean,
if I had a storage unit with a bunch of junk, I believe I'd
I
just
would leave it.
I'd just drag it out and quit paying on it.
Yeah. But I mean,
But I guess too, what's junk to us?
there's a treasure to somebody else.
Yeah, there
Could
you
be
are.
sentimental stuff. Grandma's old
Yeah.
ironing board from
Yeah.
100 years ago.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
there are things that you can see from the door. I mean, but there are hidden stuff back in, which
Okay, so
we're gonna talk about a little bit
Well,
more
let's do
about
that.
some of the finds there.
let's take that one about the jug of coins.
Jug of
Okay,
coins.
let's go from the very time when you first got there and
Well, we got there, and when there where I was talking about these
now
coins and stuff.
when
This is
that
older fellers.
particular one.
Huh?
Was there a lot of units sold that day?
I don't remember. I mean, that's been
Probably from
12,
5 to
14
10.
years ago,
Probably
15
from 5 to
years
10
ago,
units
so-
though. You're not
yeah.
going to go just sell
Yeah,
one.
No, not going just for one. But anyway, and he was more or less a furniture buyer.
Okay, this gentleman
Yeah,
was.
well, he's more or less a furniture buyer. And
But
he's pretty regular
usable furniture that he could use.
Usable furniture and stuff right there. But when he had his boys start, and I sort of hang around, and out comes him.
Wait a minute. What'd that unit bring? You remember?
I don't remember now. Probably $50. I don't remember that. Like
Well, there's
a
one
long
brought
time ago.
1900. that
Oh,
had
that's
some-
a different one
Yeah.
now.
So
but,
it might have been a $50 unit.
Might have been a $50 unit.
Okay.
And he pulled out.
That was before Storage Wars, then I guess.
That's way before.
Okay.
Storage. That's before Storage Wars was even thought about.
Okay.
But anyway,
so the guy more likely to pay between $50 and $100.
$50 and $100 for it right there, and as they cleaned out right there, here's some jug back there, and here's one jug right there, and he pulls it out, and it ain't full of nothing but silver dollars and half a dollars, all silver. And I don't know what 3/4 of a gallon of jug of silver would be
Well,
worth.
believe it or not, if you got silver, they can actually weigh it
Yeah,
and tell you how
how
many.
much it's worth
Yeah.
in weight.
Uh-huh. So if it's all silver coins,
It's all silver coins.
but like those silver dollars and those halves and those
Yeah,
dimes
they
and
are
stuff,
worth more than
a lot more than scrap price.
value.
So we're talking about a lot of dollars worth of coins there. Right.
We talked about weighing stuff by the bag when John Hirschman was on here.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And we decided that in your case it wasn't gold and silver.
The silver's in the hair.
Boy, you're a good auctioneer.
Oh no.
So
Anyway.
so what else? in that unit?
Well, that was one.
But
of
there
them,
was
that
furniture.
was one of them great finds.
But there was furniture in there that he could actually use.
Right.
Now, didn't you tell me that a lot of times they will find like gold coins? I mean, not gold coins, but like rings.
Like rings and necklaces, bracelets, and stuff like that right there with the furniture.
Did you
That'd
just
be
tell
good
him to
enough
wake up?
Anyway,
Philip is always awake.
but anyway, in there a lot of times they'll buy furniture and stuff in there, and they'll be cleaning out the drawers, and they'll find, gold chain, small stuff, small pieces of gold and stuff in there right there.
And I guess what a lot of people don't realize, even if it's a necklace and it's broke,
No,
it's
good.
gold.
Yeah,
It's gold.
it's
You
gonna
can
weigh
sell
out.
it. Yeah.
And that's a lot of what you do find in there too. But we're gonna get on to another in a minute.
Yeah. You want to talk about it now?
We talk about the big one.
All right.
That I mean, to me, it's probably the greatest find that during all these years in a storage
Now this
business.
is after Storage War, though, right?
This is after storage wars.
Okay.
This is like last year
Okay.
and or year before, one or the other. Anyway, we auctioned this one off in it, and you could see a nice, beautiful Indonesia curio cabinet and stuff right there, and it had
How much that unit bring?
$1,900.
This is a $1,900. Okay.
But also you could see up there was two John Deere tractor and trailer sitting back up on
Pedal-
the top.
pedal.
Pedal cars that looked like brand new. And then there was a couple of doll houses where you could see them sitting up off of the thing right there. And they had all the furniture and all that there goody little goody stuff sitting up in it there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, and
So
matter of
how-
fact, I even know where the guy's from, but I can't tell you his name right now.
Yeah.
But he was from Brentwood, Tennessee. They bought it right there and paid
Well, did-
$1,900.
Is that when you advertise that on? You advertise on Auction Zip, is
Right,
that-
auctionzip.com.
and that's probably where you get a lot
That's
of
where
your
you get. That's where you get your outer staters from Georgia and the borderlines. I mean, they come up here.
Okay, so now he's bought that unit for $1,900. Is that
And I'm
right?
sitting there, and he goes in, and I had a friend there with me. And she says, "Man," she was a fellow veteran, okay, and she just comes to sale. She said, "I want to see what comes out of that building. Will you hang around here and let them while they take your stuff out?"
Fellow veteran.
Yeah, fellow veteran. Okay, only difference I was in the Army, she was in the Air Force. But anyway, we hung around down there, and
You just told that to a Navy guy. You know that, don't you?
that's all right. There ain't
Okay.
nothing wrong with the Navy.
Is that all right?
We got to use them too.
Okay.
Somebody's got to protect us on the ground out there.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, they started digging this stuff out, and he started taking out, and he started pulling out these drawers. Now, not to exaggerate at all, but this man kept pulling out gold out of all these drawers. I mean, these little bracelets and stuff like that right there, and rings. I'm talking about kids' rings from a small size to
To a grown person.
to a grown person now, and he come out with, when I say a double handful, he was double handful and going. He was looking at it as going, I mean. So it's the real stuff, and yeah, that's probably the most fabulous. But
Okay.
get back into all them old.
Okay, now this is
toys.
Is it mostly gray-headed fellas that buys these things and bids on this?
Well, I don't know.
I was going to say if it is, there's a little scripture that I remember. It says, wisdom is not always found in the gray head.
I like them to come along because they just get in their frenzy and just like to bid just to show that they can buy it.
Yeah. Now you
That's
have
the
seen
deal.
you have seen people to prove the fact that I'm going to buy it no matter what.
I have seen the fact. I'm
You
gonna
don't
buy
stop
it. I
them or
don't care.
nothing?
You're not going.
You don't counsel them, say, now look, I don't want you to buy that. You're
right,
paying
I
way-
do it every time.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, fella, you bid enough. That is enough. Stop, or lady, or whatever. But anyway, and back to the particular story, which I'm saying this is the most, probably
the biggest, not the most dollar wise.
dollar wise, but I mean I'm talking about value wise.
Yes.
With all them old toys and stuff.
Yeah, and
just
you
like
said-
this here David collects. All this stuff lined up on the walls. And
The wine dots.
the wine dots.
And the Buddy L's.
Buddy L's, all that there
Keystones.
good stuff. And then this stuff is mint type condition. I mean, just all there. And sometimes I regret I didn't call David and say, come buy this building, but I didn't know all that was in there.
Yeah. Well, you just got there and opened the doors
Open
up.
the door and there it is, and so I mean, that's
Who would leave something like that?
Yeah, what do you think happened?
I have no idea, but
They could die. Yeah, I mean,
they probably died.
Somebody died.
But I'm gonna guess that right there. And but the thing about it was, I can't remember 58, 64, one or the other. There were two cheerleading outfits in there, girls cheerleading outfits that you know, they either had 58 on them, 64, one or the other, out of Tullahoma.
Yeah.
And
So this person probably lived in Tullahoma then.
very possible. But just for curiosity, I tried to track down names just to find out, but never did find nobody. You know, I mean,
Did you find any paperwork that had people's names on it?
it had names on it, but I could find no phone book or internet or no address in Tullahoma of that right there. Of course, this could have been back. Who knows how long it's been there?
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
How big a unit was it?
Oh, I forgot.
The reason I'm asking him this because there is different size units.
I believe about 12 by 18 or something. That's
A big one.
Pretty good size unit.
That's pretty good size.
It might not have been that big, but I can't remember.
So there was,
But
but
it was one of the
there
better
was
size
good furniture.
Huh?
There was good furniture.
Good furniture.
There was
and
gold.
There's gold.
So
and
that-
also the toys.
Yes.
And things that you could see, like the pedal cars, and I mean, you know, I mean, and with the trailers too.
Yeah.
I mean,
But golly, there ain't no telling how. What would you? A double handful of gold?
yeah, I mean, just
God.
gold jewelry in the drawers and stuff like
What
that.
in the
right there.
world?
Some of it just in boxes. I mean, just down in there.
Was there any diamonds? Did you?
I don't know.
Boy.
Just seen him picking out all this and checking it out. And
Was it the kind of gold that somebody that had been maybe hunting with a metal detector on the beach kind of thing, digging up class rings and
these
things
are
like
gold like came up through kids' age.
Like
Yeah,
family.
the family stuff, yeah.
all family stuff.
Huh.
But I mean, that's a rare find.
Well, I'll tell you what though.
That's a rare find.
Let's take a break on that.
All right.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Shelton Lane Antiques in Manchester has over 5,000 square feet of antiques for treasure hunters to explore. They sell vintage clocks, gas pumps, signs, furniture, and glassware. They have over 3,000 vinyl records and a fully stocked 1950s-style general store. Owners Harold and Ruby Shelton have been collecting unique items for years, and you can start or complete your own collection today at Shelton Lane Antiques. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 100 Shelton Lane, just off 16th Model Road in Manchester, Tennessee. Come look around and plan to stay a while at Shelton Lane Antiques, where we sell antiques, but the history is free.
Welcome to the Veranda House, located at 100 West Lincoln Street in Tullahoma, Tennessee. The Veranda House has been operated for the past 18 years by Don and Jackie Crownover, who have decided to retire. Because of this, you have an opportunity to buy an established business at absolute auction on June the 25th at 2 p.m. The original Veranda House housed Civil War troops overnight. The hotel has maintained its charm while being updated with new carpeting, nostalgic decor, electronic key system, high-speed internet, and there are now 4 two-room suites with king-size beds and 19 studios with queen-size or double beds. All rooms have full private baths, cable television, seating areas, a full kitchen, and include refrigerators, ranges, and ovens, sinks, microwaves, and even coffee makers with coffee provided. Some of the local attractions that keep the veranda full through the year are the Bell Buckle Arts and Crafts Festival, Bike-a-thon to Jack and Back, Bonnaroo, the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center, numerous golf courses, Normandy Dam, Timms Ford Dam, South Jackson Civic Center, the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration, Woods Reservoir, and the 41A Music Festival. The Veranda House is a 3-story building that has approximately 10,830 square feet. The building is furnished with fire and sprinkler systems and has been upgraded with the latest security software technology. So if you are looking for a great opportunity for an operating and successful business in a wonderful small town like Tullahoma, Tennessee, be sure and come to the absolute auction of the Veranda House at 100 West Lincoln Street, Tullahoma. That will be Thursday, June the 25th at 2 p.m. For information, get in touch with Bob Parks Realty auctioneer Kurt Bugg, 615-207-5361, or go to the Bob Parks website.
Hit 25 now, 30 now, 5 now, $40 bill now, $50 bill now, 75 now, $100 bill, $100 bill sold to you.
Did Max just buy that?
Yep.
All right.
What did I get?
Well, that's how it works. If you ain't you ever been to an auction?
Anything below, above the waist when you move, raise, or blink, you done bid.
Yeah, or if you scratch your head, touch your
Scratch
nose.
your head, touch your nose.
All them signals.
All them signals.
Well, listen. On that one, back to that one storage unit, and then we got some stuff pulled up on some storage unit finds. In your opinion, how many dollars were out of that $1,900 sale? About how many dollars worth of stuff you think?
Probably, if they, like I said, that's only really, really what I call the super unit and stuff right there. He probably sold $25,000, $30,000 worth out of there if he was selling, which I'm pretty sure he was.
Yeah. Now that is, out of all the years that you've been auctioneering, that is the biggest unit you've ever, dollar
not the
wise,
most expensive, but
that stuff in it.
Stuff in it right there.
All right, Keith.
It was really super fine for him.
Yeah. All right, Keith. What have you found? We went to eBay here and we're looking up we just typed in storage unit finds. Is that what we put?
Storage unit finds is 128 listings.
Uh-huh. This is sold stuff, right?
Yes, all sold, priced highest first.
Okay.
Datsun Z Series X.
What year is it? Does it say?
Let me click in.
Now, this is a car that was found in a storage unit.
1976.
Okay.
90,000 miles, 4-speed manual, 280Z engine.
Uh-huh.
Sold for $29.95.
Okay. All right. What's the
below it? 38,000. Looks like trading cards for
all ball
games.
cards.
Yeah. Okay, it is ball cards.
Yeah. 38,000 of them.
38,000. Asking or sold for 2,600.
2,600. Okay. Wow. What's our next item?
Going down, big price drop. $700 for an original box. I don't even know what that is. It's a AKAI MPC 2000. Looks like it's a. Not really sure.
Well, somebody knew
something
what it was.
Old. Yeah, something old that sold for $700.
Somebody knew it was worth $700 anyway, huh?
A what? It's a drum machine. Drum machine. Okay, we got the producer knows what it is.
A Kai.
Yeah.
A Kai.
A Kai drum machine, $700.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like a little dune buggy for about $456.
Mm-hmm. A real one or a toy?
Toy.
Okay. $456. Okay.
Church looks like 4 altar chairs set up in front of the church, sold for $600.
Yeah.
Turbocharger PN an air filter,
Mm-hmm.
$281.
Yeah.
Porcelain watch, a Swiss pocket watch for $450. Trap gun parts sold for $225. A bunch of Wii video games sold for $175. That's newer. That's a ladies' handbags for $170. The original Nintendo games sold for $125. Autographed Peyton Manning football cards for $100. And then just some newer stuff for cheaper.
Okay. All right.
So
well,
that's what they found in the storage
Yeah,
building
that's
and
just
sold out.
Yeah, that's just some of the finds where people found some
what
stuff
was
and
in
put it
there.
on auction. Yeah.
And then it's been bought back.
Ah,
Old tool case for $45. Baseball gloves.
You don't see any Northcutt surveying equipment on there that somebody's auctioned off, do you?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Now.
Barbie dolls.
Yeah. How much they bring?
$30. A couple of headless Barbie dolls.
Headless? Okay.
That's probably why.
Barbie doll.
That's probably why.
I always wanted
That
one
just
of
goes
them.
to show people will buy anything.
That's the truth.
Okay. Now we're going to get down to the pickup truck.
Yeah, there was one unit. I don't forgot what it brought now, but anyway,
3,500.
3,500. But anyway, there's a pickup truck in them right there, and it'd been disassembled. I say.
Could you see it when you opened the door up?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can see the motor sitting there and all these parts around and stuff. And then somebody was refurbishing, but they was upgrading too because it was a pretty
Didn't you
high
say-
dollar looking
But you said it's like a 51 model
51, 52, somewhere along in there right there. That
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet
Pickup.
that they were rebuilding. I mean, or doing something with. I guess they just deserted it off. We sold it.
Was that a local person that bought that? Or was that a out of
I
towner? You
really
remember?
don't know.
Well, was that a great big unit?
Yeah, it was 18 by 36.
Was there any other stuff?
Other car parts.
Oh, there was other car
Other
parts?
car parts. It's
But
all
you said
car
an
parts
engine
stuff.
in there that was probably $6,000 or $7,000.
$1,000 with the accessories on the outside. I'm sure they put that much on the inside.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, it don't take long to put $6,000
No.
in an engine
no,
nowadays.
they don't.
And you know about that because it's what you did, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was build engines and stuff.
everything. If it moved, we worked on it.
So, so the truck was disassembled.
Just someone
Had the engine, had
Yeah,
everything
all
was
thing
there.
there to put it together.
Did you notice any other things in there besides the
Just other auto parts.
Just all auto parts.
Just all. And it looked like they had them a playhouse in there to put one together there, whatever.
So they actually were probably working on it inside the unit? Was that a local unit or was that out of town unit
That's
you
a-
sold?
Local unit.
Local. Well,
Anyway,
tell us some more of them.
tell us some more of them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Think of some that really was.
Well, have you ever just sold a unit that had nothing but boxes in it?
Total empty boxes.
Just boxes. Just everything was just boxed up. Wasn't
I
no
sold
furniture.
them, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
But that was it'd just be full of boxes.
But it wasn't empty boxes. Like
No.
some people load up one and sell empty boxes. No.
Really?
Yes, they will. I mean, that's
But that's another thing you said that some people that rent these buildings, not around here,
Yeah.
but this is out of town that you
Yeah.
said these people don't do it. But you said that they'll actually go through it themselves, and that's
Yeah.
why you won't
the
sell
owners. I won't sell.
That's
it
why
to
you
them.
won't sell it.
No,
Well,
because I mean, if they're gonna take it, they should take it all. You know, what I mean, they have the right to take
but
everything.
they're going
But
through it and
gonna
look see if there's any
take
good stuff.
out and put the junk back in, or stack it in two or three of them in one building and sell it. Why, you know that guy? No. You sure? Yeah.
There's something else happened over
Oh.
in the corner.
I'm gonna have to watch all over there now. But
But that does now
but
that
you
that's
know, I mean,
is that common? I know, like
not
you
real
said,
common, but
they don't do it around
happens.
here.
Huh?
They don't do it around here, do they? Some have.
Yeah. But I mean, they.
But
but
The ones that do though, you don't sell their stuff.
I won't sell the stuff.
That's right.
If it ain't just absolute, not. Of course, I won't mention the name of it really, but I mean my main one right there. They don't care about the stuff inside. They want the space.
Yeah, they rent space, don't they?
They rent space.
And they got a lot of it.
And a lot of space. a lot of them. There have been other items found in there. I mean, there's been coins and stuff like that found in the buildings and stuff. And
what about bicycles and?
Oh yeah, you're gonna find bicycles, and you're gonna find. You just imagine anything out of a household or something.
Well, then that means
sometimes you get into collectibles, and I mean.
Didn't you? I mean, you'll find refrigerators, TVs, stoves.
I mean, yeah, big screen TVs.
And that's why
even I've seen them bought out of there.
I know that one person you was talking about that bought that one that had the gallon jug almost full of coins. Now he actually had a use for all those TVs and furniture because he had a bunch of rental property.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how he's
furniture and stuff right there, and appliances too, if you've seen them. I mean, that's mainly what he came for anyway. And but there's a different variety of buyers. I mean, these people run furniture stores that come out of different places. You can. Well, I'm gonna tell you a little bit anyway. But about when you advertise on Auction Zip, you can expect, if you advertise about 3 or 4 days ahead of time, you can have look to between 3,500 to 5,000 people look at that site. I mean, that's pretty much average. If you go too far, there's a lot of advertisement, but 3 or 4 days, people are looking for right then.
That Auction Zip is the way to.
If you want to find them, that's the way to go find them.
And
go to auctionzip.com, go on there, and it give you a category,
Keith,
and you put storage in there.
Let's just do that. Can you do that?
I found one. Let me pull it up on here. Maybe I can find more.
Yeah. Keep talking while he's hunting.
And but if they do that right there, tell you, and most anybody that's selling storage buildings will advertise Auction Zip because it does.
Well, usually how many people shows up for these auctions?
Well, it used to be back a few years back, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can look at 40, 50, 60 people show up, even if you ain't selling about 4 or 5 storage buildings.
Well, I mean, that's why the prices went up too.
That's another thing that bumps prices up. Of course, show makes them people go looking too, see?
Well, I
don't blame them. I mean,
you just gave us a good example where you should go.
Yeah, there are treasures in there. I mean, and some of them, but a lot of the stuff that they're buying is.
All right, what you got there, Keith, on Auction Zip?
There's only one today, but there's 6 tomorrow. Within 30 miles of here.
Man, yeah.
There's one in Fayetteville, Murfreesboro, Hazel Green, Tullahoma, and Fayetteville.
Okay, are these auction? Are these
all types of auctions?
Okay.
Oh, did you just type in the word storage up there?
I didn't put anything. I just did the zip code. Do I need
that's a lot of auctions. But just go back to the main page there, and just type in storage, and then tell you where storage.
Storage
auctions. Just storage.
There's one Swaim's auction in Tullahoma tomorrow.
How many units does it say?
No, that ain't one. That'd be wrong right there because it should be. You should be just typing in the word storage what you're hunting for.
Let me check.
All right.
We're gonna talk them in the home too how to find this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll show them how.
But you can find all kind of stuff on Auction Zip. I mean, you can.
Do you put just storage or you put storage buildings?
Storage building.
Gotcha. Yeah, one in Fayetteville. Van Massey's Auction and Realty.
Yeah.
How many units?
How many units got? You have to go to the main page. It'll tell you when you.
I clicked into it. Looks like there's a whole bunch of listings. I don't know how many units, but there's like 687 items.
So they must be selling the storage building and selling out individual, which some people do that.
They do?
Just go in and go up there and...
There's a listing of every single item that's going to be on sale tomorrow night.
Do you see anything that catch your eye that looks like something really nice? You see
there's some guns. There's more Barbie dolls.
Yeah.
Used
with heads?
I think so.
Okay.
We need
a box of furniture handles and pulls.
Yeah.
Metal detector.
Yeah.
Xbox game system. Looks like some linens and antique drills. A little bit of everything. Lots of glassware, books, novels, gardening books, milk glass, a Christmas train set,
But when
an
you
oak
when,
end table.
oh, but when you own that right there, you're not limited to 30. You can go down to 100 miles away, and that's what a lot of people do. Go 100 miles away, so they have a variety, and they'll just start traveling. You know, they'll go to this.
Well, I mean, some people, this is how they make their living, isn't it?
They
This all they do is just
that's all
buy
they
stores.
do.
Now, there's one more storage building. We got just a little bit of time.
Let's do it after the break, though.
Okay.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Shelton Lane Antiques in Manchester has over 5,000 square feet of antiques for treasure hunters to explore. They sell vintage clocks, gas pumps, signs, furniture, and glassware. They have over 3,000 vinyl records and a fully stocked 1950s-style general store. Owners Harold and Ruby Shelton have been collecting unique items for years, and you can start or complete your own collection today at Shelton Lane Antiques. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 100 Shelton Lane, just off 16th Model Road in Manchester, Tennessee. Come look around and plan to stay a while at Shelton Lane Antiques, where we sell antiques, but the history is free.
Welcome to the Veranda House, located at 100 West Lincoln Street in Tullahoma, Tennessee. The Veranda House has been operated for the past 18 years by Don and Jackie Crownover, who have decided to retire. Because of this, you have an opportunity to buy an established business at absolute auction on June the 25th at 2 p.m. The original Veranda House housed Civil War troops overnight. The hotel has maintained its charm while being updated with new carpeting, nostalgic decor, electronic key system, high-speed internet, and there are now 4 two-room suites with king-size beds and 19 studios with queen-size or double beds. All rooms have full private baths, cable television, seating areas, a full kitchen, and include refrigerators, ranges, and ovens, sinks, microwaves, and even coffee makers with coffee provided. Some of the local attractions that keep the veranda full through the year are the Bell Buckle Arts and Crafts Festival, Bike-a-thon to Jack and Back, Bonnaroo, the Tullahoma Fine Arts Center, numerous golf courses, Normandy Dam, Timms Ford Dam, South Jackson Civic Center, the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration, Woods Reservoir, and the 41A Music Festival. The Veranda House is a 3-story building that has approximately 10,830 square feet. The building is furnished with fire and sprinkler systems and has been upgraded with the latest security software technology. So if you are looking for a great opportunity for an operating and successful business in a wonderful small town like Tullahoma, Tennessee, be sure and come to the absolute auction of the Veranda House at 100 West Lincoln Street, Tullahoma. That will be Thursday, June the 25th at 2 p.m. For information, get in touch with Bob Parks Realty auctioneer Kurt Bugg, 615-207-5361, or go to the Bob Parks website.
Good find.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got Charles Garvin this morning, special guest. If if you have anything you want to say or share with us, 728-1320 here at Thunder Radio.
All right,
Charles?
we don't have that much time, but we're going to talk about another unit.
He asked me about another. David asked me about another.
Yeah, now that the truck unit, it brought 3,500.
Yeah.
Now the one with the gold brought 1,900. Now, do you remember what this particular unit brought?
Yeah, I do. $550.
Okay. Stay close to that mic, so them
We got to get a little closer.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Anyway, when they started pulling it out right there, they found coins and stuff in this one right here too. I mean, and then there was all kinds of military camouflage clothing and all kinds of collectible stuff.
But you
came
could not
out
see
of-
that, right?
You didn't.
Not from the
No,
when you
all
raised
you
it
could
up.
see just basically just few pieces of furniture and everything was in there. I mean,
Yeah.
and but all kinds of weaponry and stuff from I'm talking about the knives and stuff that come out of Iraq, Iran, or
Oh, really?
Iraq and stuff right there, and
So it's probably a soldier's locker.
yeah, it probably was. And
Who knows?
I mean, a lot of this I don't know. I don't go into detail on a lot of this right here.
Yes.
That actually belongs to the storage unit. I just go sell it. But there was guns in there, and like I said, I tell them ahead of time, if there's guns in there, it's your responsibility to go register the guns, check them out.
So
see if they're stolen.
let's talk about those guns, because you do remember some of the
Yeah,
guns that
one
were
of
there.
them was a Smith & Wesson 16 gauge,
Yeah.
both extra barrels and everything, just like brand new and thing right there. And I believe the other was probably one of them was
Any pistols?
no, this was all
long guns?
And but probably French made or something like that right there. Some old ones right there. But I mean, it's just these collectible, and I ain't really into that, so I don't know much about it. But these collectible things that come out of Iraq, where the soldiers swap and do, you got to show it and stuff like that right there. But this guy, I do know, he sold them to an antique store down here next to exit 105. So I mean, am I off? All right.
So
Anyway.
so there was at least 4 guns.
Yeah, and
Long
lots
gun.
of coins.
Lots of like silver
Yeah,
coins.
silver coins and stuff. I mean, it was a collection of coins in that one too. But
So he did good. He did real good.
Oh yeah, on that
Would
right
you
there.
you reckon that was a $10,000 or $15,000?
Probably
unit?
$10,000-$12,000 unit or so. I mean, that's what it probably brought.
When's your
Matter of
next?
fact, he actually told me that he got.
When
about-
is your next auction?
I don't know until I get notification.
Okay, so you hadn't been notified.
No, I haven't been notified yet.
How can
Maybe-
How can people keep up? Do you have a Facebook or a page like you yourself? Do you advertise?
I advertised on Auction Zip.
And it'll
And that's
be.
the best way, yeah.
How do you advertise it on auctions? Will it be
Our storage.
okay,
I mean, that's
or whoever storage?
yeah, or whoever.
Whichever storage.
I mean,
Yeah, whoever it is.
whoever it is.
It could be any storage company
Could
in
be any
town.
storage company.
Yeah,
In town or out of town.
yeah.
Did I understand you, Charles, to say that some people would just put boxes in there to make you want to?
No, he did say that.
I did say I've been to them where and heard stories about it and been around people that bought somewhere they just loaded the building up with boxes and throw a little bit of stuff in front right there and all the back of it just ain't nothing.
Kind of make it look.
Remember,
Yeah.
that's why
Well,
he said he
that's
don't
why-
sell for those kind of people.
I don't sell for them kind of people.
Okay, we're about out of time, everybody. Our guest this morning has been Charles Garvin. Been talking about storage units. Been a very interesting show, Charles, and thank you for coming. And
Well, I appreciate it.
and
Hey,
Don't forget our
Hey,
soldiers.
hey, listen though. Listen, before we leave here, let's talk about that real quick. When is that breakfast?
Last Saturday of the month at the VFW
Manchester,
building,
Tennessee.
Coffee County Veterans Building down there. Have a breakfast right there, and also just we'll try to get in here and advertise over radio a little bit with the other organizations.
It's always
which
the
we do.
last Saturday of the
Always
month.
last Saturday of the month.
And
From
it
7 to 11. Fine breakfast, tenderloin.
Well, all you can eat, gravy
all you
and
can eat,
biscuits.
gravy, biscuits.
thank you, Charles.